Hey everyone, ready to get our game on. And by that, I mean dive into how AI is totally changing the game, literally, when it comes to making them. We're going deep on this one, straight into the super interesting article from e-learning industry. Okay, so get this. Picture vast game worlds, but they practically build themselves. Yeah, AI could be making those huge landscapes, getting those crazy realistic textures, and even placing all those small details that make a game world feel real.
It's wild, right? And for developers, this is huge. Think about it. If AI is doing all the tedious stuff, it frees up devs to really focus on what matters. Story, characters, making gameplay innovative, all that good stuff.
It's like giving indie studios superpowers to play in the big leagues. But
Mhm.
okay, what about those NPCs? You know, the ones that just stand around saying the same thing over and over? AI is about to give them a major makeover.
Oh, absolutely. Forget robotic interactions. We're talking NPCs with personality driven by AI.
Hmm.
They could react to your choices in the game, like actually remember conversations, change their dialogue based on what you do.
Wait, so if I was rude to an NPC before, they might actually hold a grudge. That would make things interesting.
Exactly. It's about making them feel less robotic and more like, well, real characters in the game world. Could totally change how we experience stories and games.
And this article talks about AI shaping the game world based on what you, the player, do. No more static environments. We're talking dynamic worlds that react. Just imagine.
Imagine a world that, physically changes. You make a decision that shifts power between different factions.
Yeah.
Buildings crumble, alliances form, new quests pop up, all because of your actions.
So every time you play, it's different. That's insane. But wouldn't that make things crazy unpredictable? Like, what if the AI makes it impossible to win based on something I did earlier?
That's the thing, right? It's a balancing act. Developers will need to find that sweet spot where AI makes these dynamic experiences, but they're still fair.
Yeah, gotta keep it fun. Sounds like AI could totally flip the game dev world on its head. But there's another side, right? What about the player's experience?
Exactly. Think about this. What if at the difficulty level just adjusted to how good you are? You're killing it. AI steps it up. You're hitting a wall. The game adjusts to give you a chance.
So it's like having a personal trainer, but for gaming.
Right. No more frustration spikes or feeling stuck. And it's not just difficulty. This article talks about AI personalizing storylines based on what you like. Like, if you always go for certain quests or make choices that favor one character, the AI picks up on that and tailors the story.
No way. So instead of the same story with a few branches, it's a totally unique experience based on how I play.
That's wild. It's like the game knows what you want before you do. But since we're talking about AI knowing the player, this article mentions it could make things even more personal, like in ways we haven't even thought of.
Oh, totally. We've covered difficulty and storylines, but imagine a game actually learning how you play. Your strengths, weaknesses, all of it. And then it uses that to create challenges just for you.
Hold on, so if I'm all about puzzles, the AI throws super hard ones at me. But if I'm more action-based, it's like, boss battle time. Exactly. It's like having a personal game designer crafting your perfect game.
That's kind of mind-blowing. But then, if it's always giving me what it thinks I want, will there even be any surprises left? Will it still be challenging?
Big question, right? Developers will need to find that balance. Personalization makes things engaging, but we don't want games to be predictable or stop us from trying new things.
Right, like too much of a good thing can kind of ruin it.
Totally. And that's where the human touch still matters. AI is a powerful tool, but devs need to use it right, make games personalized and surprising, challenging, but still rewarding.
Makes sense. Speaking of AI changing how W games are made, let's talk visuals. This article mentions Gauguin, this AI that's creating crazy, realistic environments. What's the deal with that?
Oh, Gauguin, that's from NVIDIA, right? It's a perfect example of what AI can do for graphics. It takes images like photos, even sketches, and turns them into these super realistic landscapes and scenes.
So instead of artists spending weeks on every little detail, they could use Gauguin to do the hard work.
Exactly. And the results are amazing. We're talking photorealistic textures, lighting, even realistic reflections and shadows, things that used to take artists forever.
Wow, so are we talking games that look like interactive movies soon?
We're getting there. Imagine playing a game where you can practically feel the wind, see every blade of grass, get lost, just exploring the details. That's the kind of experience AI graphics can create.
That's insane. But it's not just about making games prettier, right? This article also mentioned AI changing how games feel, like the actual physics of it
Oh,
all.
for sure. Right now, game physics are basically simulations, and they're good, but sometimes not off. AI can look at tons of real-world data, how stuff moves, how materials work, and use that to create crazy, accurate physics for games.
So we're talking explosions that have weight, buildings that fall apart realistically, maybe even clothes moving like in real life.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's about making things so real, so immersive, that we've never seen before in gaming.
It's a lot to take in, all this awesome stuff, but then there's that other side we talked about. Like, if AI is doing so much of the work, what happens to the actual people, the artists, the programmers, the designers? It's a real worry, isn't it? Like, if AI can design levels, make awesome graphics, what happens to all those jobs?
Yeah, it's something every industry's thinking about as AI gets more advanced, but maybe it's not about AI taking jobs, but changing what those jobs are.
Okay, I like that. So instead of needing tons of artists to draw every little thing, those artists could be the ones showing the AI how to do it.
Right. We might see a need for people who can connect AI and creative stuff like game dev, people who get the artistic side, A&D, the tech side of AI. They'll be in high demand.
So it's more like humans and AI teaming up to make something incredible together.
Exactly. And that could mean a whole new era of game development, right? More creativity, more new ideas, and even better gaming for us.
I'm into it. So, big picture time AI worlds, super realistic graphics, stories made just for you. AI is going to change gaming forever. But what gets you most excited about all this?
You know, it's the idea that we could break down those walls between the player and the game. Imagine games so real, so in tune with you, that they're less like games and more like, I don't know, actual worlds you can jump into.
Whoa, like stepping into your own holodeck?
Right. And the stories we could tell, the experiences,
Mhm.
it's a wild time to be into gaming.
That's for sure. Well, we've done it again, folks. This deep dive has given us so much to think about. AI's potential in gaming is mind-blowing, even with the challenges.
It's always changing. Who knows what's next?
Yeah, that's what makes it exciting. We're just at the beginning of something huge. So to everyone listening, thanks for joining us on this journey into AI and gaming. It's an awesome time to be a gamer. Keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep playing.